Hello, welcome to the Daily Nature Journal. So my aim for today is to finish off March. As I'll be posting this video up on the 1st of April, it's a really good time to make sure that we polish off this month. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is the work that I've done over here. So this is my title page for the month, and I've got the title going across the middle of the page this time, and my weather and mood observations around each side. In one of my previous videos this month, I went to the beach between Lyme Regis and Charmouth, and I picked up these shards of old pottery, and I decided that I was going to complete this page by using some of these designs, and I'm just going to show you how I did that now. So I begin with this one using some willow ink, and there's a lovely design of a swallow and some flowers, which I'm just going to paint right across the middle here. I think this is the most appropriate of the sort of nature themed pottery that I've found, and it fits the theme of the journal really well. Then we've also got a bit of willow pattern, and this I'm using some indigo ink for. And I'm also adding a little bit of a bright blue mix from my Derwent Inktense set. Now I'm also just adding a few of these little designs, and these are fragments of larger designs, so it's not really so clear precisely what's going on. But I just want to fill this space and make it look more decorative. And then that will finish off this page for the month, now that all of my weather observations are up to date as well. So let's look through the rest of the pages for this month and see what else needs doing. This page where I was looking at the flour mill, that's completed, and I completed it straight away, all in one day, so I don't need to do anything else here. This one, I don't think I'm going to add anything else to this page with the blue tip. This one requires the pressed flowers, and they're sitting in my press at the moment. They won't be ready for another couple of weeks, but once I've got those laid over the top, it's going to produce the effect of the beautiful mats of celandine flowers that we're getting in March this year. Now this page does need a little bit more work, and this is my last page for March, as here we're going to be going on to April in the next video. So first I'm going to have a look into my press, because I've also pressed some flowers that should be ready about now, which I can use on this page. And then here I'm going to do a little painting of the pyrite ammonite fossil that I found on the beach. Taking a little look through my flower press, I can see that my stitchwort flowers that I put in about 2 weeks ago are ready, so I can use these to work on the page in the journal. I'm also going to rearrange my celandine flowers. I'm just turning them all over, make sure they're not sticking. They're almost ready, so I think in another week I can put those into the journal and really finish off my March pages. I've just laid out my stitchwort flowers onto the page how I want them. They're very light and subtle, and I don't think that they're going to come out as beautiful on camera as they are in real life, as you have to look closely to see their delicate little flowers against the background. I'm going to get these stuck in, and I'm using my usual method of EVA glue painted underneath and over the top, and you can see that in any of my previous flower pressing videos. These stitchwort are a little bit bulky because of the multiple buds that have come out along the top. They've all dried, so hopefully they will stick down nicely. Otherwise we're just going to have a bit of texture on this page. I'd love to hear what you think of these March pages. Now that we've come to the end of the month, is there any ideas that I've put into here that you'd like to see me do more of in April? Tell me about that in the comments, and if there's something you'd like to try yourself, or you have tried yourself after seeing my videos, I'd love to hear about that too. Alright, so I'm happy with that page, and the last thing I need to do now is just get this little sketch in that I wanted to do here of my ammonite. So here's the little treasure that I'm talking about. We've got these two ammonites which have been fossilised in iron pyrite, also known as fool's gold. So I'm just going to do a really quick sketch of this in here, and then I'm going to exaggerate the gold using my gold marker. Start of the month is the perfect time to join my Patreon, so if you're a nature journaler who's interested in what I do and would like to see more of it, there's extended content, paint-along tutorials, there's a blog, more of my journal pages, and lots more interaction time with me. So it's a perfect time to go and join, and you can check that out with the links in the description. There's a lot of interesting sounds in the studio at the moment. The sparrows are feeding on the bird feeder just outside, and wrens are nesting in the hedge opposite. You keep hearing them telling things off outside, usually the cat. There's also a loud humming from above as the goat willow is out with the catkins, and loads of bumblebees are visiting it at the moment, and they're so loud you can hear their drone through the skylight above. There we are. So when I say quick sketch, I mean really quick sketch, because I'm wanting to get this finished so I can start doing my explorations and getting into April. I'm just finishing off the last few things in here. This is what all of our working on speeding up has been all about. So if you're on my Patreon, you'll see my paint-along tutorials and other content. I talk a lot about getting faster at doing sketches, and one of the benefits of that is that we can quickly catch up in our journals like I'm doing now, because we want to be out experiencing what's happening right now. So if we're always playing catch up, then we're limiting the amount of time that we're going to have to enjoy the outside. So we want to learn to quickly get down sketches, to quickly catch up in our journals, so we can be outside sketching and writing more. I'm just using botanical inks today, just what I've got on my palette, left over from yesterday. Thankfully the colours that I've got on there, they match up quite well with what I'm drawing today, so that's good. I'm just going to add a few little bits of gold with this marker that I used for the weather observations, just to exaggerate this gold sheen on this ammonite. I hope you've enjoyed this video all about catching up into my journal and finishing off the month ready to get started on April next time. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.